Hey, hey, everybody. This is your girl, CT Connects. Yes, it's me. You know it is. Listen, y'all know that's my word. Listen, we got two ears and one mouth. Listen to what's about to be told y'all tonight. I have with me, of course, co host Elliot Big Talk. What up, Elliot?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing out there? All right, now.
And then I have my girl Jizzle for Rizzle, Jaseline by Jasmine, owner of 42 Skincare. What up, Jazz?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday.
That's right. Yes, it is Wednesday, y'all. It's hump day. Humpity dump. Everybody do the humpty dump. Hey, do the humpty dump. You like that, Elliot? I know you do. It's okay.
You
So
already
listen.
know.
So y'all have heard me on some of my other interviews talking about Jaseline and the products that she has been selling. Now, I'm going to let her get into her story. I brought her on this interview because she is another new client of CT Connects who has joined the network.
Yeah,
Yay! Yes, yes, yes.
super
And so, say that again, Jazz.
super excited.
Me too. I am so excited for many, many reasons. And so I want to jump right in. And Jasmine, I would love for you to introduce yourself to everyone, let everyone know who you are, and how did 42 Skincare come to be? Exactly what is 42 Skincare? Where'd you get the name from, girl? Tell us all about it. Spill the tea.
Okay, yeah. So 42 Skincare. Well, first off, I'm Jasmine Galloway. I've been here in North Carolina for about 20 years from New Jersey. South Jersey, that is. But I'm here in the South, and I am so good to be here. I'm so happy to be here, excuse me, because it's definitely a family oriented place to be. I love the slower pace for sure. So basically, 42 Skincare, and if you peep the name, it's spelled wrong. It's FORTY hyphen TOO. Last year it came to me. I would always wear pounds of makeup, kind of disguise my looks because I always wanted to be light skin, red bone, 5'5", brown eyes. But that didn't happen. That was from past trauma. Um, so a lot of people would compliment me on my skin, and I said, well, let me market it. And my age, because I have children, have four children. Their ages 20, 18, 17, and 15.
You
And
look 20 yourself, girl.
they cry. Yes, so I would always get a lot of compliments, and when there's a need, you feel it. I said, well, there's a need. It's a need out here, if you know. So let me give everybody the secret. I cover it up. So I was like, nah, that's not going to make sense. I would cover up my skin. So 40 came from me being 40, and behind the name is definitely to give inspiration to people that are my age, 35 and up, maybe 30 and up, that you could be 40 and do it too. I have a master's degree. I have a license to run a nursing facility, but I left those behind because I wanted to show the world what pain pushes purpose. A little bit of my background: my mother gave me away when I was
Mm.
11, and I didn't see her again until she passed away, and I was at her
Mm.
funeral. She was very color struck, and because of my skin, that is why she gave me away, because of my brown skin. And I was raised by a white woman with my father. My father
Mm.
raised me, and I was raised by a white woman. So I hated, I'm just going to be honest, I hated black women, because I couldn't understand why a black woman gave me away for a white woman to raise me.
Mm.
But then I began to love myself later, 30, I'll say about 34. I began to love myself and started accepting my skin color. People were like, oh man, your skin is golden. What do you use? And I didn't use anything. I just used maybe your off brand from Target, Lidl, maybe Walmart, those type
Mm.
of products. And I began to look in the mirror, and I would see that my skin was clear after I took the makeup off, because I did like an exotic look. So with that being said, wiped away the makeup, started using my own products, started making my own products, and here we are, 42. And never give up hope on your dreams, because last year when I walked away from my six-figure job, with no job lined up, I said that there's a need out here. I want to fill it, and I want to show
Mm.
people that you could be 40 and do it too. Never give up on your dream. So we have
Yeah.
Jaseline here. That's one of the products. Jaseline, it's a cuticle restore. It also helps with eczema. Yes. It also helps with eczema. I got the name Jaseline because I researched Vaseline, and no disrespect to them, but the mineral oils and everything, it's not good for your skin. So what I did was took all the bad stuff out, put the good stuff in, and came up with Jaseline, which derived from my name, Jasmine, which is currently under review at Walmart. Yes, it serves many different purposes. So we are here with 42 Skincare, and I'm making my own products. My medical degree does have a lot to do with, what I put in, because people have allergies. So I try not to use any scents or any dyes or anything like that, because it can affect the skin. And we are here, 42, baby. Yes.
I am loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Elliot, what you think about all this, guy?
I commend her for that, for being courageous enough to start her own business and move forward with it and stick with it,
Yes.
and be very productive. It's
Yes.
always good to see, you know what I mean? Especially when you have a lot of trials and tribulations in your life, you know what I mean? So it's a great thing to hear.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Listen, y'all, I fell in love with I'm sorry, I got some playback going on here. But listen, I absolutely fell in love with Jasmine, with Jaseline, the product. Well, okay, the experience. Let's talk about the experience.
Right.
So I'm gonna set the picture for y'all. We have the wind is blowing, the sun is shining, and then there's all of this beautiful yellow and floral design. And then you have this beautiful display. And listen, for all of you business owners out there, um, when you're being a vendor at these events, this is something to consider. You know, eye candy means everything. If your table is messy, junky, not organized, if you don't feel that that's your strength, get someone else to help you. Because to be honest, there were other people out there, Jasmine, that had, skincare products and, some of the same things that you were offering, not exact, of course, but the same line. And what drew me to your table was the energy, the ambiance, your presentation. It was very chic and organized and clean. And it made me say, hey, as a business owner, she's serious. It looked like it was already in Walmart, like the display itself. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how, yeah. That's how I remembered her. Remember, I told you that. I said I was watching that live, and that's how I remember, because it was so organized. I was like, that was lady that had her stuff laid out real nice and had her beauty products, and you guys were kind of going back and forth a little bit, and she was trying to tell you what was going on with it. And I was like, yeah, that's premier networking, man, because she was ready. She was.
Gotta be.
Isn't that something he did? He was like, I remember her on your live. I'm like, wow, that's dope. So
Right.
listen, y'all, I met her once, and this is how I started out, right? I'm gonna show them not from the top. Let me see, where's my camera? I'm gonna show them from the bottom.
It's gone. That's
You,
good.
Jazz and Ellie, y'all, can you see me? Can you see me?
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, yeah, you see it.
So for my second purchase, I specifically went to the Black Flea Market looking for her and looking for this product. Y'all, I know I probably seemed crazy because it was like, something I had to have. I was like, I gotta have it. I have to have it. And one of the reasons, everyone, that I wanted to share this product with you specifically is because, first of all, if I'm gonna, work with a business, I have to believe in the product.
Right.
I have to believe in the product, and I have to believe in the creator.
Yeah.
So I've spent some time getting to learn and know Jasmine, and I fell in love with her spirit. You heard her story, and I mean, girl, that bounce back is serious. You
Yeah.
hear me? Like, like if I ever saw a story of encouragement of don't give up,
Yeah.
that's you.
Yeah.
And that drives me to want to share your story and your vision. Now, My skin is extremely dry. I have dry skin. I'm trying to be more hydrated. But like a lot of people with, dry skin conditions or an eczema, even with Vaseline, I'm sure a lot of people can agree that Vaseline does not really help when you have like real eczema. Not that I have some ashiness. No, when you have real eczema, Vaseline will crack you up and make you bleed. So for Jasmine to take out the minerals that were, doing that, and for me to try it out. And I'm telling you, like, this is my new one. This one looks a lot better, actually. So
Hmm.
this one's a lot better. And then I got some birthday cake butter. That one's almost gone too.
Yes.
But but I'm just using, y'all, I'm gonna show you. I'm just using like a little bit, right? I have just a little bit. And you'll see, and I put that little bit and my whole front is already covered. I'm having to go all the way. I'm
Yes.
between my fingers, and I'm washing dishes and cleaning all day. So my hands are always dry. Look at this.
Yes.
Like, I mean, and I use that little bit and it spread up all the way like past my wrist.
Yes. Looking good. That's what I love to see. Okay.
And I have to be careful with my face. It's like, my brand is my face. I'm CT
Right.
Connect. So I can't be breaking out and, having all these dry patches everywhere. So I tested it out on my face, which was a faith test. Jasmine, I love you, girl.
Yeah, thank you. I love you too. Yes.
And I haven't had not one bump because although my skin is dry, some of the other products would cause me, like my skin would get, my pores would get clogged.
Hmm.
And this didn't do that. I was so terrified and it did not do that. And so I just had to give that testimonial about the product because, I can't use every product. The only thing that really worked for me was Aveeno. The only thing.
Right.
And even that, it's like my body kind of gets used to it. So for me to find something that's natural, I can support you, sis. We can support you, a Black owned business. You're being reviewed right now by Walmart. I mean, girl, what else is there? What else? I mean, what else?
Mhm. So what blew me away, your story, and also when I was a vendor in Durham, this lady came up to me, and I remember her husband. I want to say he came the same day that you came. He came with his hands. He had cuts, deep cuts, and they were bleeding. And he said he had to see his dermatologist, and he said, "Well, I'll go ahead and use this." When I saw them in Durham, he said he threw his prescription away. So it has really worked for his eczema. The base is just like a beeswax, and you have your olive oil, grapeseed oil, castor, and vitamin E with the amount of grams and the measurements, the correct measurements that I use. And it has definitely been working wonders because it is not only a cuticle restore, it can also grow your hair because of the grapeseed oil, but it won't restore hair follicles. If someone was suffering from alopecia, you can rub this all over your body. It's not good to use lotion, and you could do something called slugging. So basically what that is just cleansing the face, wiping it with witch hazel, and applying a significant amount of, Jaseline all over your face. It's like an old Chinese remedy. You wake up, your skin is flawless. So this is definitely working. This is my hot seller. I love when people come up to me. It's working. So I'm loving what I'm doing. And when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Never. So
Fact.
it's working for me. I'm meeting so many different people. Didn't know that I had it in me, and all because the very thing that I hated, my skin, is the very thing that I'm helping people with their skin. So I'm learning to love myself, my brown skin.
Yes.
I want to be brown. I don't want to be light skin anymore. I just want to be myself. I want to be myself.
Yes.
And for people to build confidence in, you have to use your own product. So I use my own product, and it's working. It's working for all of us, my neighbors, my kids, everything. So it's definitely my hot seller. And I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful for, coming up with the idea because, Cindy, people, often pray for money. We talked about that the other day. And, hey, everybody wants money. We all could use money. But I would sit there and I said, I'd pray for a thought. You know what I'm saying? Give me a thought so that I could
That's right.
change the world, and incorporate my name in it. So, people, and I use it like this: broke people, they constantly talk about money. rich people talk about, you know, what they have, but wealthy people talk about ideas. And I'm wealthy in my spirit and what I believe, and I want to share it with the world. Definitely. I want to fix a problem. So yeah.
Yes. And you know what else, Jazz? You are not only feeling more confident in your skin, but because of your, the beauty of your heart and just, I mean, the whole situation, you're helping other people feel confident in their skin as well.
Yes.
All of us want to feel confident. All of us want to feel like we look good. And, any blemish that you have is only going to make you feel that much worse. So, all of the people that your product is already helping, the millions of people that your product will be helping, you're going to be changing so many people's lives. I see it.
Right, right. Just it's right there at your disposal. Yes, it's affordable. I eventually, you know, would love to have a brick and mortar store. I want to help since I'm in the medical field, and I'll always have that backup. I love old people, so I definitely want to get in these nursing homes and show them how to make their own skin products to stimulate the mind, especially with the Alzheimer's unit and people with dementia, because that
Yeah.
stimulates the mind to prolong their life. So those are my goals, and I want to show young children how to make, you know, their own products and how to be your own boss, because you
Yeah.
know people are they don't have self identity, so they wear something else. I wore makeup to cover my own, to cover up myself, but now I'm wearing my own self. I'm wearing
Mm.
myself, so you don't have to hide anymore. And when people want proof, you know, I'm living proof. You know, when I say, hey, I'm 40 years old, they're like, get out of here, you know.
Right.
No, here's my birth certificate. These are my children. They're my kids. They're my broke best friends. But we here.
Like they're not my siblings; these are my children.
Yes, yes. So I love it. And my kids, I'm motivating my children because they can see. They said, "Mom, you quit your job. What are we gonna do now? We had money, you know, and you have to be more strategic because winning is strategic." I said, "Just watch mommy, just watch me." And when we get
Yeah.
it out, then you'll appreciate life more, because when you have more than enough, you waste. When you have more than what you need, you waste it. So now we have what we need right in front of us. So everything, we don't waste things now. You know, when I had plenty of money, I would waste it. I see what the difference is. I see what people talk about. So I mean, it's just helping me. All of it's building my character, and
Yeah.
it's just been a blessing. 42 skincare definitely has been a blessing, and I'm so grateful to be able to share it with the world.
Absolutely. Now,
Yeah.
if Elliot out there in California, go ahead, El.
Yeah, I was just speaking of sharing it with the world. How can I receive like shipments of that if I wanted to order some?
Oh
That's exactly what I was about to say. If Elliot wanted to get some out there in Cali, what do you do?
yeah. We are on Shopify. 42 skincare, the dash Shopify. I've got to get, because Shopify has its own, so it's 42 hyphen skincare dot
Okay.
myshopify.com, or we're on Instagram. But remember, it's FORTY hyphen TOO skincare.
Yeah, I have you on Instagram. I'll check there.
Oh
Thank you very
yes, and the
much.
link is right there. We also do private labeling. Like I've been out there going to barbershops and hair salons and providing them with hair grease, beard oil, everything, you know, that they would need, and they use their labels and sell the product. Yep.
Okay, that
So
is awesome. And then just for everyone who's tuning in and for everyone who's going to tune in after the fact, I will make sure to put that information in the
yeah.
caption in the description so
Mhm.
that way they can go back and find you and place their orders because I'm sure what we're getting it for now, once it gets to Walmart, we won't be able to get it for that price anymore. So
You get, yeah, but it's okay. It is all right. I'm
so
definitely
y'all go ahead and stock up now before Walmart takes it, okay?
okay. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah.
Wow. Well, Jasmine, this has been amazing, y'all. This is not the last that you have seen of Jasmine. This is not the last that you will see of Jazz. And so, Jasmine, is there any last thing, word for motivation for the business owner like yourself, who, had to really just start out in faith and every day they're faithing it? What word of encouragement can you leave for the next person who's looking up to you right now?
So I would definitely want to leave with, you know, if you ever feel like, you know, with me having, you know, my degrees, and I'm able to run this, and I'm able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars running something, you know, the more this, the more that. So I said I wanted to put 8 hours in for myself. And um sometimes people are intimidated when you come in there and you know what you're saying. And I couldn't get certain jobs, I couldn't get, I was overqualified, and they still didn't hire me because outspoken and I have great ideas. So if there's no position in life for you, baby, whoever is listening, you make one. You make your position
Mm.
and leave it at that. I mean, what are the chances, you know, what if it works? What if it doesn't work? You have to make it work. You have to make it work, because no one knew who Jasmine was. I had to get out on the street and say, hey, this is me. What are they going to do? It's either the yes or no. You're going to win or not. So baby, if there's no position in life, you make one yourself. I'm my own CEO. Be your own.
Yes.
Don't be afraid of what people say, because you have to have, in the business of entrepreneurship, you have to have a negative and a positive to balance. There are going to be haters. If there weren't haters, there wouldn't be, it wouldn't be you. And it's easy to be unsuccessful. You don't have to do anything. But if you want to be successful, it's going to be hard. But you have to understand your blessings are contingent upon the pain that you have endured. So whatever you're going through, your blessing is making its way out. And be a blessing to
Mm.
others in order to be blessed. So I definitely know that Jaseline is going to, and my other products, is going to saturate the world. And before I leave this earth, you know, if you have kids or you have loved ones, you leave them assets. Don't leave them a deficit. That's what you're here for. So what is it for you to die and leave your kids, your grandkids in debt? No, that's not my goal. So before I leave this earth, and before you leave the earth, make sure that you leave a legacy and no red bottoms. That's not going to get you any. So, like I said, there's no position, you make one, and you make yourself relevant, and you push yourself out there, because it's only one or two things going to happen. You're going to win or you're going to lose. And I refuse to lose, because my motivation is my kids. My motivation is my skin and people who I see. And I love when say, oh, that's the Jaseline girl. Yup, that's me. And I got it right here for you, baby. What you need? How many ounces? We got you covered. So yes, make your own position out there. And you will win. Write it down, make it plain, and send it up. 42.
Oh, you stopped talking. I
40,
was waiting for some
oh,
more.
Very encouraging. Very encouraging
if you
words.
look around, Cindy and Ellie, if you look around, it's 18-year-olds dancing around as millionaires. And I'm like, how they doing this? How are they doing this? But you know what? Don't give up, baby, because you could be 40 and do it too. Don't ever give up. You could be 50 and do it too, 60 and do it too. I believe it. You're looking at her, right?
Taking this in?
Take
Y'all
it in.
taking this in? When I used to go to church and the pastor start speaking blessings, he'd be like, y'all pull them down.
Yes, yes. And be respectful and never change, you know, because people will remember your character. They're going to remember who you are. They're going to, my name is rememberable. They say, wait, I know who you are. You're the girl. You're this, you know, make yourself rememberable. Make yourself out here in this earth. Make yourself plain. Make yourself known. And that's what I'm doing out here. And my kids, and they're right behind me. They stand right behind me, my friends. They're my best friends, my tribe, my testers, and everything. I love my kids, and they've been my motivation as I look at them. Never give up. Never give up. Don't you ever give up. There was times where I cried. I said, I don't think I can do it. And I had to pick myself up. I looked at my kids, and, they need me. They need me. So again, leave your loved ones. You don't leave them an asset. No deficits. Be your own.
Key. That's key. That is so key.
Beautiful thing.
Yes, it is. And Jasmine, you mentioned your other products, because I'm sorry, I got stuck on the butter and the Jaseline. What other products are there?
So I have right now, I have with me, I like to be creative, and I have a lemon peel extract ice cube bar right here. So this is to take dark spots off the face. It is made with real lemon peel extract. Just rub it on your face, cleanse the face, and you follow up with your Jaseline pomade here.
The volume is going a little nuts, y'all. So listen, hold on one second. Go ahead, finish, Jazz. I gotta charge up my phone. Go ahead, Jasmine. I'm sorry, y'all.
Hair grease. I have skin butter, all different flavors, anything. I can make anything deodorants now because a lot of those, a lot of people don't look at what's in stuff. So now that I'm researching a lot of stuff, I make my own deodorant, um, anything, I'll custom make orders, anything. So if anyone wants anything, definitely shoot me an email. Let me know what type of skin you have, what you're looking for. A natural deodorant, we can get you right. Deodorant, soap, the Jaseline hair pomade, hair grease, shampoo. I have a vegan soap, sugar scrub, a sugar body wash vegan. And sugar is vegan. I did my research, so to speak. It depends on where it comes from. But yes, it's a sugar body wash and it's a hot seller as well. So yes, DM me. You
Wow.
I can get creative, whatever you want. We have goat milk, vanilla soap with oatmeal sprinkled on the top of it. So yeah, whatever you guys want, I can do. I taught
Hmm.
myself. So yes.
That all sounds so yummy and good for my
Yes.
skin at the same time.
Yes.
Making it
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, you know what comes to my mind? What comes to mind is to do, Elliot, Elliot usually helps me find my words sometimes. It's like how can I describe it? It's how Mary Kay, they'll have you host a party and they bring their products and people are there testing it out and rubbing the stuff on their skin. And, I see that, that's something that we should do where you're actually hosting, 42 skincare, Jaseline by Jasmine, or, the 42 skincare, I should
Yeah.
say, event where we have a certain number of people because they're testing the product.
Hmm.
So it would be a limited, seated type of event, but it wouldn't necessarily be so much seated. We would allow you to kind of go ahead and give everyone the knowledge and the background, but to be able to have everyone there together testing out the product, right there, because at the Black Flea Market, I can imagine you couldn't bring all of those things, which is probably why I didn't recognize that you had so many other amazing products that, I could test out. I just got stuck and kept coming back for what I knew. But you have so many great things, and I don't want anyone to miss anything because I do believe that God is using you to help people feel better about themselves.
Yes.
So they need to know about everything that you have to offer.
Oh yeah, right. So I would love to set up. That would definitely be something great. Because of the heat and outside. It's so much that you can't do out there. And I wanted to be strategic. I didn't want to waste the product and things like that. So yes, definitely getting in a room and doing some type of expo where people can try the products for themselves. Because some when people are more, for example, okay, right now I have to do the groundwork. If you think about it, Mercedes, how many commercials do you see of Mercedes? Hardly none, because it's a verified product. But before it was, they had to get out there and grind. So I have to get it out the mud and let people test it. And I'm not taking a loss. I'm winning actually, because you don't even know who you're running into. Just 2 weeks ago, sometimes I may research, a customer who's ordered from me. I'm like, where did I meet them at? And so I'm looking, and it said, and I looked on this lady's page. It said an editor at Netflix. So you never know who you meet. So now she has some
Wow.
skincare. So you have to get out there. And I didn't take a loss. I let her sample the product. I remember her face, but I let her sample the product. So I would definitely love to put something together like that. Yes, and then teach people
Absolutely.
stuff. Teach someone how to do it. Yes, show them how to do it. And especially in
Well,
court.
y'all be on the lookout because that's coming now. Y'all see what me and Jaseline or me and Jasmine are working on. So we have an expo to put together, darling. I
Yeah.
already
I've
have
talked to
a couple of we already got a couple locations in mind too.
All right.
I've talked to my barber also.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
Connections.
That's
Yes.
dope. Yes, that's what CT Connects is all about. Trying to make, I'm here for the underdog. Your story is an underdog story. For you to go through so much, like Elliot say, with your story, and then to see you doing what you're doing today, you know, it's so worth it. You're worth the investment. You're good soil to plant, seed into.
Right.
You know, I know that, you know, it's just a matter of time. You know, when something is good, you know, it speaks for itself. And so, you know, you have a very great product here. Y'all keep your eyes open for Jasmine for 42 Skincare. I am going to make sure to place all of your contact information for how they can order it on Shopify, your
Yeah.
Instagram. Make sure that they're able to reach out to you. Y'all send her a DM. She responds really, really well. And so we're going to close things out. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. For those of you who are coming in on the back end, make sure to go and get everything that she said at the top. We're going to get some 42 skincare products and some movies I'm in because I'm getting casted again, y'all, for some other roles. So I'll be in the movie putting on my 42 skincare, Jasmine. Make sure the label is nice and big for everybody.
I It is, Cynthia. I do want to say this, to whoever's watching, women, men, I had the 4 kids. I was the single mother, welfare, Medicaid, all of that. I put myself through school, obtained a master's degree. Honey, you can do it. And I did it with no parents, no, the kid's father, not around. So do not give up. Yes, it's going to be hard, but if it was easy, then everybody would do it. So do not give up and keep going. To that young mother that's sitting there with her children, start thinking. Cut the television off and start thinking of ways and make your kids help you as well. But you have to put it in front of someone. Just, if you see a kid that is homeless, that comes from a bad background, and they can see across the street another child that has a good life, you give them hope. So here's your hope right here. And if you want to know what faith looks like, my friend, look at your kids. That's faith. Look at your kids. My kids are what faith looks like, because if I were to leave today and come back Friday, they still believe that I will be back. That is faith. Don't give up, my friends. Men, women, children, anyone. Never give up. Somebody needs you out here. Someone needs your thoughts. Someone needs your ideas. And always think. Keep thinking. Yep, never give up. I didn't mean to take all that time, but I just wanted to leave someone with that, because you never know who's on the other side and who may be like, well, she probably had a good life. No, I didn't. I slept in my car for 6 months with a master's degree, homeless. So you can do it. I did it.
We appreciate it. That was time well taken.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Free product for you.
What?
Okay, yes. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Cynthia, you are the bomb lady. Yes, thank you.
Look, I'm just sitting here cheesing like,
So pretty.
the fat kid at Golden Corral right now, because, I'm just, I love bringing people together, and, I just really, I love you. I fell in love with everything about you. So, I'm here for it. Like I said, y'all, this is not our last interview. We're all going to jump back up here. Y'all might see us once a week, up here giving y'all some motivation and encouragement. And, because she has so many products, we talked a lot about, wait, let me get them all. Wait. We talked about all my products, which is Jaseline. But we got a lot of products to talk about. So we're going to do this again next week, y'all. We're going to be here next week. Because y'all do, Jasmine, you never have to apologize when you feel led to go in that direction, because that's what this platform is here for. It is here to motivate, to encourage, to empower. There's so much negative. There's so many mothers who are being killed just trying to make a living. There's so many families that are splitting up because they have to work 12-hour jobs to make ends meet, with rents being, everybody's rent is going up. You get one thing together, something else happens to come up. So I wanted this platform to be a place, it's like an oasis, some place where people know that they can go and just, like they've been beat up everywhere else. So you never have to apologize for dropping such jewels. And happy Mother's Day to you, Queen. I know it's not yet, but we definitely want to tell you happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you so much. Thank y'all so very much. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there listening. Be encouraged and never give up, sweetie.
That's right, y'all. Speaking of being encouraged, we're going to try to get William Beckton to do some branding for you using 42 skincare, because I did just pick him up as a client as well. So now I got to get you two together, because that's what happens when you join the CT network, y'all. We
And
all make these connections together.
dots. Yeah.
Yes. So I love you. Y'all check back into the description. Give me a second to close things down, but I'm going to make sure to put everything in the description, because you have got to get my other stuff on the floor, but you got to get the product and
Yes.
make sure. Jasmine, stop laughing at me.
Oh my God. Yes. I get it.
But y'all, this is great stuff. I can't say it any differently. But make sure you check her out. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. This is your girl CT Connects, and my boy over there. Who, wait, that way. What's my boy? Who you?
That's Elliot. Yep.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Elliot Big Top. All right, now. Let's go.
Right. And wait, that way. There we go.
Yeah.
Wait, okay,
Elliot Big
that way.
Top, Instagram.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, yes. But this has
Elliot.
been so much fun, man.
Yes, it has. It really has. And Cindy, you are the bomb. And I'm so thankful that I met you. You just came over, just smiling. You just came over smiling. I was like, oh, she's so cute. She's so little.
Kisses, 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 kisses to you.
Yes,
Mwah, 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 mwah,
right.
mwah.
I
Well,
called.
listen, y'all. This is all love. This is all real, y'all. This is not fake. This what y'all feel. All this is all real. So guess what? The
Better believe
feeling.
it.
Have y'all ever had food and you can tell when somebody got love in that chicken?
Okay, yes.
Mhm.
That's why this is empty. All that love. I'm telling you.
Yes, you could get at least 3 good washes out of your hands, and then you'll need to probably apply some more. So it saturates. It's all in the skin. Yes, and no oil residue or anything like that. The ratio of the product, of the ingredients is down to a science, and that's how we were able to come up with Jaseline. So I can guarantee you 3 good hand washes, 26 seconds each, and then you'll need some more Jaseline. So yeah.
I was so confused. I started feeling bad because I wasn't using it as much as I thought I should, right? It was like, when your skin is dry, like, okay, like for your phone, you're
Mm,
used to going on Instagram and you're doing it without even thinking about it. Well, when
right.
you have dry skin, you're just conditioned to keeping yourself moisturized so you don't crack up.
Hmm.
So I'm so glad you said that, because I didn't put two and two together. I was like, why am I not ashy yet? Why am I not
Right.
like, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. So I'm glad you said that, because my hands I'm almost like Monk when it comes to my hands being clean. My mom is a nurse, and then I'm a big science, so big, like I just did a video about cross contamination. So
Right.
washing my hands is like a mental thing for me. I'm always washing my hands. And I'm glad you said that, because I haven't had to use, it would have been gone by now. And it's probably only gone this much because I was so conditioned to keeping it on, and it smells so good. But as you notice, this new one, I still have a lot of it because I had to figure out the product. Yeah.
Right. Yep. So yeah, you got it right. You on to something. Okay. Yes. We got you, Elliot. Don't worry. I got you.
I appreciate it. I'll be
Right.
making some orders in the future too. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much. This
So
is
I
such.
don't feel bad about Elliot though, because Elliot had some Douce pound cake with Douce glaze, and I didn't get any of it. So
Wow. We can still make that happen, and we've been talking about it now. Don't do me like that.
Oh, you put a last. You put a last. Yes.
well, listen, y'all, this has been amazing. Y'all see, we could probably go for a while. So we're
Okay.
gonna
Word.
make sure that y'all go and buy some product though.
Yes.
Out Instagram.
All
40.
right. Any last words, Elliot or Jasmine?
If there's no position, make one. Make one, baby. Make one for yourself. Yep. You make one. Yes. Yes.
Whatever. Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. Seriously.
For sure. Elliot Big Top, any last words for the people?
I had a great time today. I appreciate both of you. It's very exciting, very knowledgeable once again. We had a great conversation. Beauty products, it's a beautiful thing. Especially, when people are looking, and coming up, and they're doing their thing. It's always great to be able to support them. And last thing I want to say is, speaking of, while we're in the realm of, beauty products, shout out to Razor Cuts in Stockton, California, who keeps me clean, with the fades. And I like to, add some of her products to that, I'm trying to make sure, the face is going with that, So I appreciate everything that's went down today. Had a great time.
You said, I want to look them up. You said Razor Cuts?
Yeah, Razor Cuts, Stockton, California.
Stockton. Okay. I'm going to check them out. All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. Maybe they can, when you send Elliot his package, send an extra one or something for the barber shop,
Yes, and will. Yes.
Get you some coast to coast business, girl.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yes. All right.
Yes. Well, listen, y'all, check out the description, check out the caption, go follow her at 42 Skincare on Instagram, Shopify. We're going to put that link in there. Elliot Big Top, Elliot Big Swole on Facebook, Elliot Big Top on Instagram. I am your girl. I am Cynthia Taylor, CT Connect Cindy Taylor. Make sure you making sure to keep up. 17 Days, the movie. We got that soundtrack, y'all, coming out on June 17th.
17 days.
17 days, y'all. With Drummer Boy on that soundtrack. We got 5 mics on the soundtrack. We got Fluent running the soundtrack and score. Terry D Films, AEMG. That's my team.
Going all the way down.
Y'all, we got Omar Gunn. Y'all know, y'all my folks. Y'all already know, but listen, 42 Skincare. That's what tonight is about. So when you're going to watch 17 Days, make sure to put on your 42 Skincare before you start watching the movie, because the movie's going to have you sweating, because it's going to run your blood pressure up, and I don't want your skin to dry out. So you got to make sure to get you some of that butter cake, that birthday cake.
That's
right. All right now, y'all. All right now, if y'all's listening.
All right, y'all. Good night, and thank y'all so much for tuning in. Bye, y'all.
All right. Thank you so much.